Hello everyone. Today we are going to dive deep into something which silently governs our relationships, our attachment styles, which are basically formed early in life, bases our relationship with our primary caregiver. So today we are going to explore 4 attachment styles as shared by Mr. Edward John, a famous psychologist. Everyone in life has a style of bonding emotionally with people around them in their relationships, and it plays a crucial role in how we see our relationships, and understanding them can truly be a game changer as you develop your world view from that experience, and that governs your entire life, not just your early childhood. That's what you carry in your lifetime. Let's explore these 4 attachment styles today. Number 1, secure attachment. So this is the relationship style or attachment style which is the most ideal. Basically, where you feel completely at ease, you feel secured, you are open to express yourself, you are open to be vulnerable, you are open to express your needs, and you build deep trust in this kind of relationship. So secure relationship is the one which is like an ideal sort of relationship. Just to give you an example, imagine a relationship where you are completely comfortable communicating your needs with each other. It could be in a romantic relationship, friendship, or colleagues, or with everyone around you. So these are called secured relationships. Number 2, anxious relationship style. So this is one relationship style where you are very anxious in your relationship. So you might have heard about helicopter parenting, right? So there are parents who try to control their kids, who are always hovering around their kids, who are always trying to control the actions of their kids. So you can look at it from both receiving end and also putting yourself in the shoes of others. And those with anxious attachment often want closeness but fear abandonment. You might find yourself overthinking, being over anxious. For example, you have texted someone and the person is not texting you back in like half an hour or 10 minutes. You start feeling very anxious that why is the person not responding, and you start thinking about the person doesn't like me, or you have the fear of abandonment, that what if they don't want to be with me or they leave me, right? You want them to kind of respond to you very quickly, and also you are anxious even in small situations. For example, a mother who gets very anxious when the child is, for example, maybe light fever. She gets anxious, her blood pressure increases and she feels so stressed, right? Even though the feelings are absolutely right, there is nothing wrong with that, but sometimes when you are over anxious, you are not able to be at your best, because maybe that is the time where the child needs you to be in balance, and your balance is ultimately going to bring the child in balance, right? So you can look at it both when you were a child and how you behave with others in the relationships. Number 3, avoidant attachment style, where you just want to avoid strong feelings, or let's say anyone talks about maybe some deep feeling with you, you'd start thinking about things which are basically not at all connected to that, or you try to avoid getting into close connections, for example. So you have so much fear of being vulnerable, and that ultimately impacts you to build deeper relationships. And these are people who are hyper independent. They want to be independent because they don't want to depend on anybody. That's how they feel safe, and ultimately maybe you might be losing some of the most wonderful relationships that you can have in your life, right? So healing that, understanding your pattern is very important, because ultimately it's all about finding a balance, neither here nor being too anxious nor being too avoidant, but feeling secure. It's okay. You should be able to communicate with ease, right? So that's where you feel more secure in the relationship. And number 4, fearful attachment style, which is also called disorganized attachment style, which is a mix of both the avoidant and the anxious attachment style. So there is a push and pull in the relationship, in the dynamic, where one part of you want to get closer and over anxious want to control everything. Another point is like as if nothing has happened, you want to stay away from close connections, and as soon as someone comes close to you, you start finding ways to self-sabotage it. So this is called disorganized attachment style, and our attachment styles influence how we love, how we communicate, how we connect with people, and how we behave under stress. So it is very, very important that you know what your attachment style is. And as soon as you know, okay, this is an unhealthy attachment style, and you take charge of your life and you are ready to change the attachment style with awareness, with self-control, and with your willingness to bring a positive change in your life. If you feel that there is a need, you can start working on it, and you can heal and change your relationship attachment styles. And I think I have to make another video, like a part 2 of this video, where we'll be exploring ways in how you can heal your relationship pattern. So in part 2 of this video, we are basically going to explore ways to heal your unhealthy relationship style and move towards a more healthier attachment style. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I think today you know what your attachment style is, or you know what your dominant attachment style is. If yes, great. Are you ready to change it? If you feel the need, you can also reach out to us on our social media if you want us to help you know your attachment style. And there are a lot of test assessments available on the web also for you to know your attachment style. So thank you so much everyone. Once again, as always, keep shining and inspiring. Thank you.